Who's ready for an adventure?
Well, that sleep was horrible. Welcome to the longest day of the year. Made all that much longer by the fact that I didn't get any sleep for the second night in a row. Probably got a little bit, but not much at all. Yeah, I really hope the mosquitoes aren't like this much longer. Hasn't really been dark yet because it was a full moon. So it's been the longest, lightest day of the year, and it will continue to be so for the remainder of the day. I guess that's how the longest day of the year works, so they tell me. Anyways, first day of summer as well. Happy summer! Summer 2016. I'm gonna go do some fishing. Maybe if I catch some really good fish, then I'll feel better. We'll see. Here we go, another dawn, another day. Feel rather odd, very tired, kind of desensitized to the bugs, but not really. Numb, maybe, would be the word. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do fish here, of course. Gotta get the dawn fish in. That's my my findings. The best time to fish. Bass season is just around the corner. I'm traditionally a bass fisherman, so I'm hoping things will get easier. Hoping the bugs will dissipate as well. But that's not my call, so I just need to make do with what I get, I suppose. I need to find a way to start getting some sleep, because this is not sustainable. Go nocturnal or something. Sleep during the day. Here. I think it's going to fall into the dreaded slot size though. Dip net. Yeah, that's gonna be a throwback, unfortunately. I have 3 small perch that I caught this morning. Enough to have a bit of a nibble for lunch. So I'm gonna go on a walk here with Roy and I think head back to camp and hang around camp for the rest of the day. I would imagine I really need to get some sleep. I am dead already and it's not even 7 o'clock. Can't be getting sick out here. Just having a little snack on the walk. The bulrush shoots are, I'm not going to be picking them again. There's not very much food on them, and they're getting tough, so I think it might be end of the season for those guys. I need to check out the cattail shoots and see if they're still good. Time to gather some dandelions for dinner. I'm not going to bother with the roots unless they come out with the leaves. I've been unimpressed with my efforts at those so far, both for the drink and eating them. A lot of effort for not a lot of return. I'm back at camp now after the morning's fish and walk. I managed to catch 3 small perch. Those are going to be for lunch. And I gathered some dandelions on the walk, and those will be for dinner. Probably enough for dinner tomorrow as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to have a nap now on account of the fact that I didn't really sleep at all last night. See if I can get some energy back for this afternoon. Oh, hello there. I've just risen from a glorious nap. Got 6 or 7 hours of sleep, and let me tell you, that was very much necessary. That was the sleep that I didn't get last night or the night before. So I'm feeling better than I was, still waking up a little bit, but I'm about to make some lunch. I'm going to have those perch that I caught this morning, have some daisies as well, and probably a few cattail rhizomes. After that, well, we're into the heat of the day now, so I'm still, even though I've slept through most of the morning and into the mid-afternoon, I'm still going to avoid getting out in the sun, so I'm going to be over in the shade here, just working on that birch bark container. Well, I think today has been good for me so far. Definitely needed a rest day after those 2 horrible nights. I'm hoping this wind keeps up so the bugs don't come back full force again tonight, because that would just be 3 nights in a row would be bad. Got some clouds rolling in, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of rain or a storm later on. It has been hot. I suppose we'll get what we get. I just need to make the most of it.
No, I'm not eating Purina dog chow. This is what I've been using to store my rhizomes in. Getting down to the bottom of the bag. Gonna have to harvest more soon.
Just having a few cattail rhizomes here, and I have to say it's been really, really nice having a supply of these ready to go. Definitely more substantial food than something like the shoots, which is what I had at first. I'm starting to run a little bit low on these, so it might be a job for tomorrow or the day after to do another big harvest. And then take the time, cook them up, and by the time they're ready I might just about be out of those that I have now. But I don't want to leave myself without a supply of these. Because they just get me through the day. They're always nice. Like if I have a low protein day, I'll just have more of these. It's not as good, but it keeps me going. So yeah, they're crucial to my survival. And the nice thing about these is that you can get them all year round, even in the winter. You can dig down through the snow and the ice if you feel so inclined, and you can find these. So these are the cattail rhizomes. These are really good to know. They're good to have. Definitely an invaluable part of my wild edible survival repertoire.
Trimmed all four corners down a little bit. Let me test this out and see how it fits.
So there we go. As you can see, there's a little bit of a space there, but like I said, with the weight on top, I've just got a couple pieces of wood right now. I'm hoping that that will kind of bend down and conform to it. I can also add some padding there to kind of seal it off a little bit more, but that should keep the rain out, especially with the overhang on all sides from the roof, so to speak. So that's a start there. Now I need to figure out what to do for a floor so that my food doesn't simply fall at the bottom, and also how to raise it up. I was thinking possibly just put it on top of the fish smoking tripod when it's not in use, but then when it's time to use it, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm thinking something similar though, so maybe lash it between a few trees. So I'll probably take a dinner break, take some time to think about that, and then come back to it. But I think so far so good. Just show you what she looks like here. You pop it open and you got your food inside. Or birch bark in this particular instance. Anyways, that's the gist of it. So it's coming along, a little ways to go still, but it's getting there.
So this is the tree that the bark came from in the first place. That's where I got the cylinder. Now right here we have some good slabs of bark that need to be liberated and brought back to camp with me. Trapped beneath a woody prison. So I'll just lift this tree up real quick. Anyways, so I'll cut this off here and bring a big slab back to camp, and I will definitely be able to find a use for that. So this will need some cleaning up, but I'm sure I can put that to use. And if I need more, there's plenty where that came from. So here's one of those serviceberry trees whose berries I have been eagerly awaiting. I think they're still going to be a little while yet, but they're starting to get there. Now I believe you can make a tea with this as well. So I'm going to take some of the leaves. I'm going to leave the berries where they are because they are far more valuable to me once they're ripe than as a tea. Take some from this one over here as well, so I'm not taking too heavily from any one plant. And I'm going to let these leaves dry and then try using those for tea. And we'll see how it goes. I'm still feeling tired, so I'm just laying here in the shade and thinking. I'm already starting to dread tonight. Unless it remains quite windy, I see no reason why it would be any different from the last couple nights. So I'm thinking I might just, I don't know, we'll see. I might try the shelter or I might not. I might just start right out on the rocks. And unlike last night where I was on the rocks, but I chose a spot because it was grassy and comfortable, I might just say screw it. I'm going to go right down by the water in the most exposed area where I will get the most wind, because at this point, I know I'm not going to get a good night's sleep.
Sorry, Roy. I think tonight's walk is going to be confined to the island. I just do not have the energy to fight that solo in a canoe.
Now this tree right here is exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to making a friction fire. The materials anyways. It's a balsam fir. It's been standing and it's been dead for a while. You can tell the bark's been peeling off. The needles are all gone. So this should be very dry and very good to use for a friction fire.
So here we have the leftover fish from last night. And it's been a little warm. Not smelling or tasting its most magical, but it's not rotten. A little off perhaps, but I'm gonna eat it because I'm hungry, and that's just what I've got to do. Good evening. I'm just finishing up the last of my dinner. This is boiled dandelion. The ones I collected earlier today. I only gave these a quick boil, about 1 minute. They're probably more nutritious this way. I imagine they lose less nutrients to the water, but they're more flavorful as well, and this time of year it's a pretty bitter flavor. But it's better than if they were raw. I can get them down. I also had the leftover pike and a few cattail rhizomes. I did a count of the remaining rhizomes. I have 33 left, so it'll probably last me 3 days, I would guess. I did the harvest and cooked them up 9 days ago now, so I'm thinking I'll have to do another one pretty soon, because that's been a staple. I would say that's probably been my most useful food resource to have, because I know it's always there and it's more substantial than a green. It's going to last longer than a fish. So yeah, I do not want to be without a supply of cattail rhizomes for the remainder of the time that I'm here. I also had the rest of the pike that I caught yesterday, so I'm now all out of fish. So that'll be a task on the docket for tomorrow. So today was really a very low energy day. I was hoping to have something more exciting and meaningful to do on the first day of summer and the longest day of the year, but it just didn't work out that way with the sleep that I had last night after the sleep that I'd had the night before. So I just needed to nap. I napped for a very, very significant portion of the day today, and that was what I needed to do. I'm still tired now, but if I hadn't napped, I'd be dead. Not literally, but figuratively. I cannot keep going on with such bad sleeps. It's not sustainable, and it's going to wear me down, get me sick, make me make stupid decisions that get me hurt. So I need to get some sleep. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, because these last couple have been a bit of a struggle. Morale hasn't been all that high, but on the plus side, my brother and some friends are coming in 4 days now, so that's going to be my first major break. I've really been looking forward to that. It's important to have things that you're looking forward to. It's nice to have something to break it up, and yeah, so I just need to make it through 4 more days. At the same time though, I need to take each of those days one day at a time and focus on being as productive as I can within reason during those days. So something like gathering the cattails and roasting them, that's something that's going to have to be a high priority in the next day or two. That food container, I'm going to need to do that as well. So I have things to do, but I have something to look forward to. So keep my spirits up, keep myself working and distracted, and try and get a good sleep. That's basically all I can do. As well, of course, keep the food in me, keep myself fueled and hydrated. Just focus on fulfilling the basic needs and try to keep my morale as high as I can. We're getting there, almost at the end of week 3. So I'm just in bed in the shelter now. The wind has shifted, it's coming from the north, and it's starting to cool off, which is very good news where the mosquitoes are concerned. Both the wind and the cool temperatures in particular. So I'm hopeful that tonight will be a better sleep. Here we go. Got a wind blowing through the shelter, which is it might seem like a bad thing, but believe me, it is a very welcome change. So I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping that tonight's gonna be a lot better. I'll have a good sleep and I'll wake up well rested tomorrow, ready to go. Ha! It's exciting.